flips. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are having a good evening. I'm trying to join on my other channel there. Oh no, that's not it. Oh my bad. Hold on, give me just a second. Alright. I'm about there. Hope you guys are having a good evening. I know I said that I would not bring this one back on live, but tonight is like literally the last night because I have to start a new blanket on Monday, and I had to stop working on this to get started to finish some other projects. So I gotta go ahead and finish this one. I only got like 6 inches left, a little under 6 inches left to finish this blanket. So we'll be done with this one no later than tomorrow because I got to get started on a new blanket and I want to take this one off of here. Like, life happens, so that's kind of what happened. Something is itching me right here. Welcome, welcome in. I am Doe. We are loom knitting a baby blanket. We are on the last couple of hours of this blanket. I don't know what is stinging me. My hand keep itching or something. Get some of this stuff out the camera. Got like 10 scissors sitting out. Clear it up some. Hey Leslie, how are you doing? So by the time I finish this skein I'm currently on, we should be um nearing the end of this blanket. I gotta figure out what I did with the extra skein I rolled up the other day. That one didn't go all the way down. But it wasn't for lack of trying to finish this blanket. It's just, things keep coming up. I had to like go into work today, so. Hey Mary. I know I said I was supposed to be done. But today and tomorrow will be absolutely the last day. Cause I gotta start a new blanket. How are you doing this evening? I gotta start a new blanket Monday. The yarn gets here on Monday, so I got a custom I gotta do, and I'm already a couple of days behind, um, waiting on the yarn. So yeah, really, I went and bought yarn today, so I technically could start it now. But I want to make sure the yarn color matches. I'm doing pretty good. Just a little sleepy. That's about it. Hopefully, I can make it the next uh, couple of hours. But I really want to get this blanket done, so I'm gonna make it work. And that's good. You're doing okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm pretty sure mine's is due to being a woman. Although the day hasn't came yet, but yeah, mine is just due to being a woman. I've been tired for the past 2 days, and it's usually like my iron, but my iron, I've been taking my iron supplements, so can't be that. Thank you. I only got like 6 more inches left. And hopefully I can locate what I did with that small skein of yarn. I got a feeling I may make it to like the border, the last border. Yeah, like I'm very stoked about that because I've been on this way too long. Longer than I should have been. No, I didn't use the whole loom. It's just 125 pigs. I'm just making a baby blanket. This is just something I was just doing for fun, and I try to work up something really quickly so I don't do the whole loom so it doesn't take me forever. That way, every live is not about that this one blanket. I can just play with different colors. So I try not to spend a whole lot of time on one skein of yarn. They got my dog outside and he's hollering. He's singing. If y'all hear a dog barking, him and another dog are barking, but he'll be back in the house soon. He'll probably only be outside for about no more than about 30 minutes. Because he's already been out there about 30 minutes. It's probably going to be like more like 15 minutes because he's barking. This is Bright Stripes by Red Heart. I had forgot to look it up before I got on live because I was gonna post the yarn that I was using, but I forgot. I got sidetracked. Yeah, I've been getting that a lot, and I think it's because it's this color yarn. I've been getting loom bands a lot. Uh-oh. Thank you, Danielle. If you're asking about the color of the yarn, because I can't read the comment, because I will have to translate it. But if you're asking about the yarn, it's a red heart bright stripe. And if you're asking about the loom, it's a KB Afghan loom. And I'm working on a baby blanket. Thank you, Curly. Hey, Sifting Some Soil, how are you doing? Look, please, please, don't say anything about me still having this blanket. But yeah, today is like, this is going to be an absolute last weekend because I got to get started on another blanket. And so this one has to come off either tonight or tomorrow. So I'm going to do my best to get as close to getting it off tonight before I get off live. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. And that's good. That's good. You're doing good. But yeah, I'm on the last 6 inches of this blanket. 4 of it needs to be the inside, and 2 inches of it needs to be the border, which is really, it's technically less than 6 inches left, but you know, I rather do more over calculate than under calculate. Cause all I did was measure with the ruler. I don't like counting rows, so it shouldn't take me. It's probably gonna take the full 3 hours, but it shouldn't take me that long to get 4 inches. And if I don't finish, hi Lucia, good morning. If I don't finish, I will give y'all a surprise at the end of live. So you'll be able to see something that I'm working on that I'm almost done with. The reason why I haven't been able to get this one done. So I'll be excited to share that with y'all too. That also has to be done before the weekend is over because I told her I'd get it to her by I try and get it to her by Thanksgiving. Because I don't know if she planning on having company or anything, so I'd rather have it to her. And I'm also working on a crochet beanie. Thank you, Grace Crochet. I'm working on a Greek crochet beanie, so gotta get that one done too. Hi, Anime. How are you doing? It would be nice to have 4 inches of it done by 9 o'clock my time, but we'll see. Thank you, Grace Crochet. It should be finished soon, and I'll definitely I'll probably post a video for it on Monday. Cause I'm excited. I want to have this one done. So just to be able to post the content that shows that it's done, it's like very exciting for me. I've been on this blanket for um ooh about 6 weeks now, and I don't want to be on it anymore. Really, really about 7 weeks. I take that back, about 7 weeks. And I haven't been working on it the full 7 weeks, but yeah. I've thought about it, but I have some booties that match it. They're purple and they're like I think they're close to this purple color. And so I was like, I'm just gonna pair the two. And the booties look like it has sprinkles in it, so yes. Oh, thank you, Grace. But yeah, so I have some booties that match it. So when I post the video, I'm gonna post the booties with it too. And I want I got some Elmo yarn, and so I want to make I got a Elmo head, and I want to make some booties that go with it. So oh, it's totally fine, Ashley. I am making a baby blanket. Once I do these couple of stitches, I flip it over and kind of let y'all see what's going on under here for a little bit, and then flip it back over. I only got about like 4 more inches, well, 6 more inches, but 4 more of this part of the blanket to do, and then the last 2 inches are going to be strictly um, border, doing the border part. This is a red heart bright stripe, so the colors are coming from one skein of yarn. But yeah, like I have, but I'm getting ready to finish, get to now. I'm gonna get to this color. So this between here and here should get me. Now I started with this between here. Hopefully this is what I'm working in now. So hopefully that'll give me 4 inches, and then I can flip. I can start working in the border. Thank y'all so much. It is bright stripe red heart. It's a skein of bright stripe red heart. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, KML. I missed a stitch. Gosh darn. I was trying to not do that earlier, but I did it. And I don't know how I got the stitch in front of that stitch. But we will fix it real quick. And try not to break a peg while doing it. I gotta borrow from the other stitches. All right, that should give me a. Thank you, Silk and some soil. That should give me just enough to do this stitch real quick. Hopefully, come on. It's a little tight. I need a little bit more yarn. This should be all I need right here. You gotta borrow from other pegs to fix it. It's not gonna be that hard. I just gotta. I'm almost done. I hate when that happens. It slows me down. So come on, dude. Like you wanna go over. Make this length about 12 hours. But I may be slower than most, so I have ADHD, so I lose interest really quickly, and so I like it takes me 2 hours to start it, to like do this part only, which is the border. It takes me literally 2 hours to do this part, but once I get going in the middle part, it takes me 2 hours to do like right here. So this is like, you know, this is the part I'm not very interested in. So everybody's different, you know. No, I didn't miss one. All of them are on there. I don't do the last two peg, the first or the last peg with purl stitching. Thank you, Eric. Right, me. Yep. I always try new crafts. Yeah. The marker. Gotcha. It looks like it looks like the color. Yeah. Gotcha. But yeah, it does look like that red color, close to the red color. KB Afghan Loom. I think I missed that peg because I was trying not to accidentally purl stitch, and I forgot to wrap it when I fixed the problem. Um, yeah, I enjoy making blankets the most because I have like one pattern that I stick to, and I pretty much don't deviate from that pattern. So if you order a blanket from me, you pretty much gonna get the same stitch style. So I like it in that I don't have to think about it that much. Um, I I'm right now. I've been taking a break from the knitting machine. I'm about to start back working on it, but I know I'm gonna have to avoid using red heart in it. Thank you, Fanetta. It's coming out of one skein of yarn, and that's a bright stripe by Red Heart. Now the last couple of times I've been pushing my stitches down, they have been being knotty too. They've been like coming back off. I'm starting from this end because that end is acting funny. Awesome, Eric. Awesome. I have like three of these, and then I have a one of the infinity ones that's bigger and have a wider gauge, and then I have like 20 some other looms, and then I just bought more. Oh, that's why this side is tight because I had to borrow from this yard. I forgot to like bring some more over here, so when I get back to that area, it's gonna be a little funny. I know, because I forgot to loosen up those that I tightened up. When it comes to small gauge looms, yes. When it's wide gauge, is I'm sorry. When it's wide gauge, is Michael's what's Michael's loops and threads. But for that most part, I pretty much won't use anything else. Anything besides KB and Michael's. Now the Infinity loom, I will get that one off of Amazon because it's the one that one and Michael's is not really that much difference. Yeah, like if you do the full loom, it's 5 feet. See, that's what I was talking about. That was gonna happen down here. It did it. I could have sworn I pushed this stitch down. I've been having issues in this area the past couple of days. I need to be more careful right here. It's getting annoying. It's like once I start a habit, it keeps rehappening, and I normally don't do that often. Okay, Eric. No, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Ooh, white. I thought about doing a rainbow hat with some white in it today. They're not as tight as I thought they would be. I was concerned about that because when I started pushing the pegs down, they didn't really want to go down. So that's good. Seems like the stitches are even looser though. I need to start using a yarn as support so I can quit raising it up that high. No, I didn't get to see it. I'll try and look for it this weekend. I mean tomorrow. I'll try and look for it tomorrow. Good evening, Dan. How are you doing? That's awesome. Yes, I have some videos on how to make a hat. Hi, Ebony. How are you doing? I think next week what I'm gonna do, because I should be logging in a lot of hours this week for this blanket I'm about to work on. I'm gonna give you guys an option to watch me work on the new blanket, watch me make baby booties, or make a hat. So, because I got some new looms and I want to make some hats. I want to crank out a lot of hats. That's good. You're doing good. I'm doing good too. So, I'm going to put the poll out there, but I'll put it up there closer to live next week. That way it'll give me time to work on other projects than just sitting up making blankets and not having time for anything else. Because a blanket will take up a lot of your time. So I really want that to be the vote though. The overall vote is for it. Yes, I have pets. I have a pet. Yes. Really, that or the baby booty will be fine, but my preference is for to pick a hat. I have a dog, Great Pyrenees mixed with Lab. Thank you. Uh-oh, but my hand is set too far. Trying to get it not to bump on this stand because I know it gets really loud. That's one thing. That's another thing about the pearl stitch. I don't like the pearl stitch, and I don't. But I like that when you do the pearl stitch, it slides up and down the loom like really quick, easily. So you can like um push your stitches down easily because it's looser than a stockinette stitch. What you mean the end one on the outside? I think it's because I was doing purl stitch. I don't purl stitch on the first or last page. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are asking. Right now it's not clicking. The brain is not clicking. No, they're the same. This one just you are you talking about like curved around here? It's to make the blanket longer. It's all the same. It just makes the blanket wider. It's to get it up to 3 feet. It's all the same. Everything's the same. It's just going around the curve. Yeah, it won't even like look curved when it comes off. It's gonna all look flat. It's just only because I didn't do the full loom. This is like just a hot this blanket is just like a hobby make. Like I'm just doing it just because. And so once a year I'll hobby make like a 5 foot blanket, but most of the time I'm making a lot of baby blankets because I don't want to sit up and look at the same color for a really long time. Like I've been looking at this blanket for on and off for 7 weeks now. So right, that's how you make the length of it. My favorite color is blue. Hi, Madison. How are you doing this evening? Awesome. Ain't nothing wrong with red. Technically, no, it doesn't matter the blue. Like I see blue, and I'm just like, oh, that's relaxing. But technically, I have three favorite colors, and it kind of has changed like over the past 2 or 3 years. So I'll lean more towards turquoise though, if you want me to be a little bit more specific. But I like a lot of blue. Look, almost there, almost, but especially a 5 foot one. Thank you, Madison. So my other two favorite colors are green and pink. Like I'll go on like a green and pink phase for a short time, and then I'm back to blue. But like my favorite colors to wear are like earth tones, and I love pastel colors. And like I've been diving in between mint and teal and turquoise because they kind of like a mix of green and blue. So I can kind of just be all over the place. Okay, Ebony, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. I'm trying to make sure I got that stitch because I looked like I was about to not get it. But that's the beauty about also working with something when the blanket gets bigger. It's it's less of me handling it with my wrist and hands because the yarn in the back of it is so thick that I can just flip it, you know, different angles and it'll work. Um, Typically 12 hours, but I work slower than others. Hi, your local. Oh, you're fine, totally fine. I totally understand. How are you doing this evening? Hi, Aaliyah. How are you doing? I'm making a baby blanket. I'm towards the end of this skein of yarn, so I'm gonna have to attach a new thing of yarn, but I gotta figure out what I did with the new thing of yarn. Not a new thing of yarn, another skein, a little small skein of yarn. That's good. You're local. That's good. Awesome, awesome, Donna. Have you you might have been talking about looming. Looming or picking up another craft. That's how they get you. I love it, Sally. Amazon. I got it from Amazon, and it's a KB Afghan loom. I call this my therapy. I'm usually listening to like some really good music to pair it with to get through with it faster. So if I'm listening to music, I work a little bit faster. KB Afghan loom. The link is also like you know where like we have links to our socials. I got it up there in my link tree. So if you're interested, yeah, it's like 39.95 if I'm not mistaken. And that's like on sale because when I first got mine, they were like one of them was 49 I think, and then the other one was like 59, and I got like three, so I can't remember how much the third one cost because I bought them all at separate times. Yes, I have a TikTok. I go live on TikToks on Fridays, then I come over here on Saturdays. No problem, Donna. 5 feet. It can go up to 5 feet wide. You can also double knit on here. Same time, 8 to 11. Thank you, Donna. I hate when the fiber starts to fly in the air. I love fiber in my mouth. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's a little annoying. Yeah, just regular weight, number 4. It's one of those red heart skeins. Oh, thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. It's looking like I probably got 15 more minutes on this one skein. Then I'm gonna have to find the other one. I think I should have known better. I just went to just putting stuff up. I hate straightening up because once I get done, I never remember something that I need immediately. And then every time I clean up, I lose stuff. I'm gonna measure it once I get to the end of this game and see where I'm at. It typically takes me 12. Well, this is a baby blanket. It takes me about 12 hours, and that's because I have ADHD. So the border part, the beginning and the ending border takes me 4 hours just to do 4 inches. So yeah, like I lose interest. I've fallen asleep when I've done the garter stitch, like the full garter stitch row. I've literally fallen asleep in the middle of the making this part. So I hate doing this part. So 2 hours for this, and when I get in here, I can do this and no, yeah, 2 hours for this, and when I get in here, I can do about 2 hours for this part. So it's really like that beginning and end. I really don't like doing it at all. And so sometime during this live, I'll be moving on to that part too. So, but typically for a baby blanket, it takes me 12 hours. And for a full size blanket, which would be 5 feet, and I typically do a 5 feet long, I do those in about 80 hours. And I've tried to switch to more blanket yarn, making blankets. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you. There's an actual Looming pen too. I have it, but I didn't feel like it was like that great. But so if you guys are interested in that too, you would rather have a Looming pen. There's one out there by Boy. Every Saturday from 8 to 11. Awesome, awesome. I got my. I think that's gonna be probably about 3 more rows left in this yarn, and I'm doing one of them right now. If it don't work out, if I can't find the other one, I have the skirt on standby that I frog to make it. Well, frog to finish it. The one I'm wrapping with, or this the white thing. The white thing is a KBFK loom. This is just like a hollowed out clicking office pen. It's if you want to look up like the actual tool, it's called a looming pen. I got the link for it in my LinkedIn up there at the top of my channel. Thank you, Thomas. I'm making a baby blanket. And ask as many questions as you like, even if they're repeated questions from earlier. That doesn't bother me. I'm used to it. Cause I know people can come in and out, as often. So that doesn't bother me. I've been doing that for about 2 or 3 years, so I'm used to like going live. I don't look. I don't even know who's gonna get it because this is just me, just hobby. This hobby making right now. I think tomorrow I'll start on it, or wait till Monday. I got a custom to do very soon, so and I already got the yarn, so I would like to like. That's not gonna be hobby. It's like I gotta get this done, and I'm trying. I would like to get it to her before Christmas, so that's a lot of my time will be donated, will be given to getting that blanket done, and it's gonna be the full loom. So the next blanket is gonna be 5 feet wide. You talking about do I do other content during lives? Or are you saying do I go live anywhere else? Yeah, yeah. I do tutorials, definitely. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things with long form. I think I hyper fixated with shorts for a while, and I kind of like was going in between like about 3 to 6 months posting long form content because I was like posting so many shorts. She wanted green and blue, and she wanted his name to be in red. So it's gonna be green and blue stripe, and the name will be in red, in like a bright red color. And I'm gonna crochet the name, crochet and cross stitch for the name, but the whole blanket will be loom knitted. This is like my favorite thing to use. It helps me to go a lot faster, and it helps with the tension of the stitches. So favorite thing. Like if I have to start off any loom with stitching, I never leave the pen behind because I know that pen is gonna work up the stitches really quickly. It's not gonna do much for like a purl other stitches, but stitches it will help you whip them up very quickly. I'm not gonna do the duplicate stitch technique for I see what you're saying, but it'll be crochet. So I typically don't get a lot of views like when I switch up and try to do crocheting, and it's because I think it's because I've been doing what I'll probably do is do a live for my subs privately. If you really wanna see that done, I do a private live with you all, because typically My followers don't care for anything other than my looming. Like they'll like the shorts that I post for crochet, but the looming gets the most of the views because I've been looming on like social media since 2020, but I've been looming like for 10 years, and I've been crocheting for like 2, so that's what they're used to. Yeah, like I can't use my fingers because for one thing I got arthritis in it, and yeah, so I'm just like nah, I don't want to use the fingers anymore. But you can go and grab a pen right now if you got like an old pen, or you can use a straw. Old pen lying around the house. It don't necessarily have to be a clicking office pen for it to work right now. But you can use one of those and just, get on down. Now the question is, do you want to cut the yarn and put the pen in there? And me personally, I think it'll be worth it. But you'll just have to tie a knot to reattach it. Okay, I got you sifting some soil. It'll probably be like about 3 weeks though, cause I just want to make sure I have the blanket done first before I put the name on there. Ooh, trigger finger. Yeah, so I try to not trigger anything um as much as I can. So wrapping also helps not triggering other things. So, because I also have a pinched nerve in my shoulder, and so I can't do like very straining things. Awesome. But yeah, I definitely do that for you. This yarn down here was kind of thick. Really? No, I didn't. I forgot to knit this off. Oh, I don't know why I pulled that off. All I had to do is bring the other stitch over. Um, yeah, I try to avoid hurting my wrist too, cause they tend to hurt too. Awesome, thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. What you mean? What you mean by narrow? Are you saying like it could make something really wide? If you're saying that, then yeah. Might have two more rows on this yarn. I don't know. I thought I would have been out of yarn for the next row. Now I've had I've okay, a boxer. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've had some what was it? Carpal tunnel scares, but like once my pinky starts to feel it, I make sure I wear the gloves. And I don't have issues when I wear the compression gloves. Okay, I got you, Thomas. I have I think I don't remember. Oh yeah, I got that one. I got the 138 one too. The wider gauge one. Yeah, I love using that one because I know when I get on it, it's gonna take way less time for me to work up a 5 foot blanket on that one. I have a lot of them on my channel. Like the introduction video is the reveal of a 5 foot blanket. Hi Sharon. I've been loom knitting for about 10 years, but I've been making blankets since 2020. This this year coming up because this year is almost over. This year coming up, I really want to like branch out into doing more than what I'm doing right now because I've been kind of doing like the same old thing for the past 4 years. So I would like to switch up and start making sweaters and maybe some tube skirts or something like that. I don't know. Okay, Donna, thank you so much. Good night. Thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, okay. Um, I think they're reasonably priced right now. They're like 39. But they may be a slight bit cheaper because it's Black Friday week on Amazon. But when I first got mine, one of them was like 49.99, and then the other one was like 59.99. So yes, definitely. Yes, you can pick my brain. But if you know how to cast on like Angel Babe, if you know how to cast on like that's like what you need to know. If you know how to cast on and then just wrap your pegs like this, you pretty much you started. Like you know exactly what you need to know. Cause that's all it pretty much is. Um, for when I started my blanket, everything was stitch. So I wasn't too concerned about the border curling or anything. I was just trying to get my first blanket done. and I've kept the first one I ever made. I've only made like 3 or 4 5 foot wide blankets. I've only done the full loom like 3 or 4 times. I got one. I got a cast off video on my feed too. It's one is a short. It kind of cast off kind of fast, and then I got a one in long form. I think it's like 2 minutes. The one in the shorts is like probably like 30, 45 seconds. Like where did you mess up at? What specifically did you mess up? Did where what's messed up? No problem, Angel. Oh, okay. You been it didn't help, or are you saying you're almost there? I'm almost yeah. I'm almost there on mine. I'm so happy. But I have like 14 more rows to do once I get to the end goal in this area. Cause I ain't trying to do nothing but get up to about 36 inches. I was about to move that yarn, but the way I fought with yarn the other night, I was no, we not. I'm not gonna move that yarn because I don't want to fight through any knots. Right now, it's behaving, so hopefully the blanket don't disturb it too much, rubbing up against it. Oh, yes, yes. Are you saying you yanked the 5 pegs out? Awesome, awesome, sifting some soil. Okay. If they're not broken, I think you could get them back in there. I use some cause I've been gluing peg. Had the glue up peg on a couple weeks ago. I use some Loctite. Also, others have been telling me to use put a drill in it and like kind of drill it down back into space. And some people have been telling me to use 2-part epoxy. So I think you could have got those back on and just would have had to frog that one row. Because if you catch it, you could like that area where the 5 pegs came off. You could have caught a row where you find out where the last stitch was that didn't come off. You could have used some stitch markers to hold them while you bring the rest of the part of the blanket to up to that point to where if those stitches fell out of place. Cause like let's say I broke these 3 off. I well broke these 5 off. And I know it's gonna unravel some, but it's probably just gonna unravel until like 2 or 3 stitches in behind it. So I put stitch markers on those that's still hanging out, and then I go around and let's say it stopped at yellow. I bring that yellow back up to that point and then frog that part of it. But you can definitely get them back on. Because there's some epoxies or super glues out there that does plastic. And I can see how you got 5 of them off, because once you start getting some length on that green one, it's gonna get heavy. Oh, no problem at all. Yeah, I went through it a couple of times and lost a peg, and I've just been like, I'm not gonna start this project all the way over. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna solve this problem right now. I'm not a I don't like it, y'all. I don't like putting in a whole bunch of hard work and having the potential of having to do it over again. I'm gonna find a way, because I'm like, nope. Because if I gotta do this over again, then I'm done. I tried another couple of months, because right now I just can't handle it. And I've had to one time the yarn was being really difficult and it kept breaking on me, and I was doing blanket yarn, and it was on that green loom, and the yarn wouldn't slide up against itself or something smoothly, so the yarn was breaking. And so I was doing a baby blanket, and I had to take about 60 some stitches off, and um put stitch markers in all of them to keep them from unraveling. Hi, Mima. How are you doing? For a beginner loom, I recommend the round looms first. Because if you can do a round loom, you can do this. The only thing different about this one is it has so many pegs, 198 pegs, and it looks more intimidating than it is. But definitely round loom first. Because you got to get your feet wet. Because one of these takes a long time to get done. And you got to have those smaller looms to be like, okay, I can do this. It gives you confidence that you can do it and you can do the rest of it. But you can make blankets with the round ones too. This is Bright Stripe by Red Heart. I'm trying to make sure I didn't wrap it twice. Now the yarn is being knotty. No problem. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, like, but this one shouldn't be too bad on you, because after that, then I would recommend, if you want to work on this, I would do like everything each stitch to start it off. Just get used to doing like each stitch in a flat panel. But if you know how to do scarves and hats, you pretty much know how to work on this one. Until you start to want to, get into different stitches. Yeah, that's where I've been getting mine from Amazon. My preference is KB looms when it comes to like small gauge, and when it comes to wide gauge, I typically go to Michaels. But when it was that infinity loom, I don't have a preference with because all the pegs are pretty much made the same to me. To it's the border to keep the border from curling. The purl stitch and the garter stitch create. I mean, the purl stitch and each stitch create a garter stitch, so as to keep the blanket from curling on the end. Oh, no problem at all, Sharon. I hope you enjoy that onion soup. You have a good night too. I was thinking I want some chicken noodle soup. I think I'll get a maybe get a thing of that tomorrow. No problem, Thomas. So when I started off, I do full rows of garter. I mean full rows of each stitch and purl stitch to make the garter stitch. So the beginning would have that too. So it's at the beginning too. And then when you get further into the blanket, you just want it on the sides. So I section off to do it on the sides with stitch markers. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Xander. She'll get it. It took me five. I started crocheting 2 years ago. I've been looming about 10, and it took me about 5 years to learn how to crochet because I actually learned the knitting needles. I don't use them as much, but I want to start picking them up more often next year. But I learned on the knitting needles, so it was harder for me to pick up on crochet. Hi, Yalissa. How are you doing this evening? That's good. No problem. Thank you, Purple Crochet. Making a note, making a note. Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet. Don't let me get to the end of the yarn and the yarn wants to be knotted. You're not doing that tonight. There it goes, sliding over again. See if I can make it to the end of this row. I keep saying this is gonna be the end. This is gonna be the end. It keeps proving me wrong. Hey, I hope you're getting a lot done over there. Right? Hey, Mona. Hey. Hey, Mama J-Way. How are you doing this evening? Okay, Limona. Cool, cool. I'll try to remember. Now this yarn has one more row in it. I don't know what else to say. I'm not gonna pick it up right now. That almost looks like one more row. This yarn is showing me up like I can't gauge how much I got left for a row. Yes, yes, it's handmade. Thank you. Took under 50 to make it and like under 30 minutes. I mean under 50 for the pieces and then under 30 minutes for to make it. Like I didn't go through like all the technicalities of what you usually do for a lazy Susan. I just put the two main pieces together and left it as that because I was just like to I'm just trying to accomplish not rotating the blanket. That's it, and that's all. Yes, it's red heart bright stripe. This what I'm working on is the lazy Susan, the wood thing, and I got everything from Home Depot. I'm pretty sure you can probably get it from Lowe's too. Cool beans. Cause all I had to do was buy like the screwdriver, the silver rotating piece, and the round table thing, the round table wood. That's it. Yeah, I said the yarn was red heart bright stripe. I probably like said it real quickly and then mixed it up with everything else I was talking about. I said like real quickly and then went to talking about the lazy Susan again. Or if I didn't say it, I said it so many times that I probably forget. I can't. My bad. My bad. I am an enabler. I'm. It takes me longer than most people. So right now I'm working on a 3 foot blanket, 3 foot baby blanket, and it typically takes me about 12, 14 hours to do. I would suggest all E-stitch for right now until you get more comfortable with them. And E-stitching is like writing in cursive E or wrapping your peg counterclockwise, and you'll do a slip knot to cast on. So right now, I would just suggest you focus more on doing E-stitches when you work on your loom until you get comfortable. And the round looms can make blankets too. So if you just you're comfortable with the round looms, you can just make a really long tube, sew it together, and then sew the panels together. Yeah, for me, I work really slow, Kelly, so I can't really say that. Somebody else might finish it in 10 hours. So you know, I have ADHD, so I lose when I'm working on it. Um, when I'm working on really difficult stitches, like this part right here took me 2 hours. But at the same time, if I'm working like with some music, this would be 2 hours. So, everybody's different. Like I've fallen asleep working in this area before because my attention span is that bad. Thank you, Melissa. This is just 2 skeins of yarn so far. This is a baby blanket. Thank you. It's a baby blanket and it's just 2 skeins so far. I think I cut half of this skein and I gotta reattach it. I was using it for something else. So it's just gonna be about 2 skeins to finish. Definitely, Heart Mama. Go ahead, Vino. Thank you, Kelly. Now, for a baby blanket, you would only really need about 3 skeins of yarn, if that much. Now, if you were making a 5 foot blanket, yeah, it's 5 skeins of yarn. Yes, I'm almost done with this month. I'm very excited to be almost done with this one. I've been working on this way too long. I see the end of the tunnel. I don't think this yarn is gonna make it to the end. So what we're gonna have to do is, because I need some for reattaching yarn. I'm gonna stop right here. I need a long plastic tapestry needle. Aw, no problem. I'm making a baby blanket. Awesome, a mosaic one. That's awesome. Yeah, 5 for an adult, 3 for a baby. So y'all, I don't want this to pop off because I wanna attach my yarn because I don't want to rewrap, and I'm gonna attach some yarn, and I don't want it to pop off. So what I'm gonna do is stick a tapestry needle right here, which I really probably should have did it right here, and I'm gonna put it in two different locations. So that way I make sure I got some sturdiness going on. I'm gonna put it right here too. Okay, so that's gonna keep my stitches from jumping off while I work, while I find this yarn. Uh, it's 198 pegs, and it goes up to I think this I'm just gonna use this. It goes up to 5 feet. I'm gonna put this in the teapot and work with this one. Because it's a small skein and I don't feel like it rolling all over the table for the back, because I just want, I meant rolling all over the place because I'm just going to use the outside of it. Yeah, definitely you can do it. Thank you, Melissa. KB Loom is the brand of the loom. Yeah, I'm real attaching your. Let me hold my screen up some so I can see. I can't really see the comments. Just gonna attach yarn as I go. I gotta thread this. Put it up through my little teapot spout. Like mine was very affordable, Melissa. I got like the links to it attached to the live. Why my internet stop acting up, internet. You need one of those round wood thing and a Lazy Susan appliance thing to attach it to. I don't think you have to explain that, but if you want people to be aware, bring awareness to it, yeah, that's cool. All right, so we did that. I'm gonna put the lid on over here. Move this back to right here and try not to knock off the table. All right, so I got that threaded through. Let me put that back before I lose it. I'm gonna attach this here. I might have to cut this a little shorter because the way it's acting up on the end, and it's gonna be annoying. So let's cut that off a little bit. Okay, so I think new yarn over here, old yarn in this hand. Bring them to the tip together. Hold the pinky, hold them in between your index and thumb. I need some more yarn. Okay, I think I got it on backwards. Old yarn, new yarn. Okay, wrap thumb. What? Don't start that. I don't want to wrap it the other way. All right, let's wrap it again. Wrap tip of thumb twice. Put your index finger back. Wrap the two strands going between your finger and thumb. Take those two ends and press them down over the yarn you just took in between them, in between your pinky and point. I meant your thumb and pointing finger. I don't know what I'm thinking of tonight. And I accidentally pulled one up, so hopefully that'll be. I gotta redo this. I'm not gonna accept that. Alright, let's do this again. I just do it faster. I usually do it right when I go a little bit faster. Okay. Old, new, wrap, wrap. Wrap again. Tuck under the two loops. Pull and pull. Measuring. Come on. Let's go. Alright. There you go. So now I'm ready to start back wrapping. Alright, now I can take these out. And I have to wrap a few more pegs before this yarn is ready to hang out, to be freely. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold this loom a certain way. Let's try this. No, we're not going to pop off. I hate wrapping with my hands. I'm already pulling it too tight. We're almost there. Okay, I'm gonna bring this one on over too. And you won't be able to really see that once I get it where it needs to go. I need to loosen it up a little bit. I can feel it. Alright, so we got that on. Alright, now I can continue wrapping. Yeah, I'm working on like a small, yeah, you can do all that on here. I'm working on a small one now. This is what I usually do for the length of a baby blanket. But yeah, you can make them even smaller if you wanted to. You can do tube socks. You can do sweaters, but you just have to make several panels and sew them together. And yes, you can definitely do smaller baby beans. I made hats on here too. This end is on the yarn. Come on, let's stop it. All right. Oh. Me too. Hi, Mama. I hope you have a good night and rest of your day. I gotta go to church in the morning too. I'm getting off of here at 11. Yeah, you can do 5 feet wide blankets on here too. You too. Be blessed. I'm trying to remember why did I cut this yarn from the other yarn? Because I think this was the rest of the skein. Because the colors are matching back up correctly. Oh, I forgot to measure it. I gotta once I do this row, I gotta measure it because I hate going overboard. If I'm just doing it just for fun, I'm just gonna do it up to a certain length, and I'm not gonna even try to go over it, over that 3 foot length. I also gotta find out if this next row is gonna be like my purl stitch row, so I remembered it a good time. Oh, Thomas, thank you. I hope your night goes smoothly at the hospital. I forgot again. I'm supposed to be measuring this. Measure, measure, measure. Gotcha. That has to be tough. I used to work at a drug rehab prison, and there was a lady before I learned crochet. She would go out to her car. She was a nurse there. She would go out to her car doing like her 15-minute breaks, and she would be out there crocheting. But I need to measure because I'm not gonna even play with myself. I'm trying to make this thing no longer than it needs to be. Uh-oh, don't do that. I know it's longer than that though. I think it's. We're gonna stop right here. because this is definitely 34. And I'm just going up to 36. So thank you. Amazon, KB Afghan. Yeah, definitely. For my first one, it was all E-stitch. And so when I made it to the end of my first one, that's when I did the garter stitch border just to try it. Just at the end. It wasn't even on the sides or anything. So yeah, definitely. So this is gonna give me about an inch and a half. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to doing my last border row. So that's what you guys are gonna see me doing. It's gonna be a little bit I don't know, y'all might not be that interested. People aren't usually interested when I'm doing um the border. So we'll see. Because it's going to be a lot of laying the loom down, and I have to do a whole row of purl stitching. A baby. It's a baby blanket. I'm doing 3 feet by 3 feet. When I do a toddler blanket, I usually do about 4 feet wide, and I go up to about 5 feet to give them a little time to grow, a little bit of growing time in it. Thank you, friend. Now, while I'm doing the purl stitch, I can show y'all on the camera, but it's harder for me to. I can't stand up and do the purl stitch the whole time because it's gonna take me about 15 minutes to like do the full row. But I can get up and show you like 3 stitches at a time how to do the purl stitch. So we are on our last 14 stitches. Technically, it's I'm on the second row of stitches of those 4. Okay, thanks, friend. I'm gonna set that right there. I'm gonna be sick of that rolling under that table. Yeah, it's something about what I'm doing right now. Purl stitch, like, um, I usually do it 3 feet. So the loom is supposed to go up to 500. So my bad, go up to 5 feet. I must be thinking about something else. The loom goes up to 5 feet, so there's 198 pegs. I uh I divide the 198 by 5, and so that way I know how many pegs to do. But I usually do like 125 pegs for a baby blanket because I know the ones in Walmart, they're like just a little over 2 feet wide, or close to very close to 3 feet in length. So that's why I just do mine 3 feet by 3 feet. If you get a drop stitch, I go and borrow from other stitches. Like, let's say about 15 stitches ahead of that stitch, I'll go back and borrow yarn from those stitches and loosen it up and wrap it again. Wrap it. Yep. Yep. I am. Yep. For about 39. And I'm just letting y'all know when I got mine a couple years ago. My first one I think was like 49.99, and my other one of my the other two I got them with a coupon, but they were like 59.99 when I got them. So like 39 is a good price. Cause I just remember one time I had an issue with Joanne's coupon, and I remember them giving me a 50% off coupon, and I ended up paying like $25, 20 $25 and something for one of these. And now I need to start keeping up with my rows too, so I'm gonna have to get out a sheet of paper. Thank you. Right now, if you're just tuning in, I'm Doe, and I'm currently doing like a full row of purl stitching, and I'm on like my last 14 rows of this blanket. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. This circle, like this inner circle area, is the only thing that kind of bothers my shoulder, the pinched nerve, and the arthritis. So I just have to make it through the border part. Knock some water over. Red heart, bright stripe. Alright, that's full row of purl stitch. I'm gonna flip this over right, garter stitch 1. I don't really yeah, I'm not a big fan of changing colors. I really like, you know, it annoys me. So I prefer to get variegated yarn to change colors, but I do change colors from time to time. You e, e-wrap, you do e-stitch first row and then purl second row. Awesome, awesome. I like watching yarn tufting videos. At first I didn't even know they were using yarn, and then I just kept watching them. Some would show how they thread the machine and stuff, and I was like, oh, they're using fiber too. I love all fiber art. Oh, no problem, Thomas. It's definitely easier than knitting with needles, but I don't know in comparison to crochet. I do crochet, but I did the knitting needles first, and then I started working with looming. Like it took me 30 minutes to learn um, knitting on the needles, and then it didn't take me that long to learn this either. But it took me like 5 years to learn crocheting because I had did the other two first. But after I learned crochet, I since I've learned crochet and I've been doing crocheting for 2 years, I can look at a project in a photo and be like, I know what stitches to use. I've done so many techniques in between that time in just 2 years. I'm like, I can watch certain things and be like, okay, they're pretty much doing, uh, um, double crochet, most of the time or whatever. I would. Have you tried the looms? I would try the loom because you see what I'm doing right now. If she does a slip knot, this all she has to do around the loom. Just wrap it like this. And the more she gets used to it and get confident in it, she'll start doing like a lot of different stitches. But I started with the round ones, and that helped me uh, build my confidence. Yeah, I think this would be a good idea. Um, the looms don't come with a wrapping tool, and so what I'm using is an old clicking office pen. So you can find a pen around the house that'll help encourage her too, because it's just so much easier with a pen than with your hands. And for hooks, it's a little pointy, but it's not like sharp as the needle. This is my brand. Like I will not use any other loom knitting hooks other than KB. And I got plenty of them, but they're duller than this, and I don't really like them. Like they'll slip a stitch or kind of split some yarn because they're not as pointy as this one is. Right, Kelly? I do cross stitching, I crochet, I can knit with the needles, I loom knit, and I play around with like the what is that? The felt. I play around with felting sometimes, and yeah. So I like doing a lot of different things. I can sew a pillow, so I can do a little um, sewing machine, and I got a knitting machine too. But I don't got one of those fancy long ones. I just got like the Addy and the Centro. Oh, that's gonna be too cute. And if you don't want to get her this one per se, you can make blankets on the round looms, and you can just do the same stitch. And what you'll have to do is just make sure when you do it, she can make several panels, make them the same length, and then sew them together, and she'll have a blanket. Yeah, I got about 30 more minutes left. My mom makes quilts. This makes me a little bit slower because of the two different stitches, so it's making knitting off a little bit slower. Plus, the purl stitches not so tight as the E stitch, so it slides up and down the loom easily. So it gets closer to the other stitch. So I try not to snag it. So that's the other reason why I'm not knitting off as fast as I was earlier. Me too. Me too. I hate work after I finish work. It's like if I take this blanket off here and I would have had like 10 ends to sew in, I'm like, no, we're done. We're done. We're completely done. I'm not doing that. So as much minimum work as I can get, I'm doing it. Amazon, KB Afghan Loom. I also have the link in my LinkedIn. KB Afghan Loom. No, I don't spin yarn. This is Walmart. Not Walmart. This is Red Heart. I had got it in Walmart. But this is Red Heart Bright Stripe. Right, right. Very relaxing. Yes, 100. Yep. KB Afghan Loom 198 page. Yep. So if you guys are gonna get it, just remember to make sure you get a wrapping tool as well. Most people like a wrapping tool. There's very few people that'll say they can't stand a wrapping tool. They rather use their hand. Awesome. I want one of those electronic cakers. That's what I want next. That way I can cake while it cakes. So I got a lot of stuff I need to cake up and organize. And it'll be nice if I could just, double work. Because they're not that expensive. Four skeins for 27. I'm not sure. When I went on Walmart, I mean when I crap when I went on Amazon, I think what was it was Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. I'm just gonna tell you what I think is a good price. From what I remember, there were three skeins of Super Saver Red Heart, and they were like $13. But for like the Black Friday week, they were marked down to 10. So if that kind of the price per skein kind of rounds off to that, I would say yeah. I just can't really say right now because I can't see the amount of stars or whatever they have beside it, or how how many yards is on it. So that's the reason why I can't really say, because all skeins are not the same amount of yards. Now I might try thick yarn hand crochet, but I typically stay away from blankets when it comes to crocheting, only because I have to count. Yeah, I would go the I count by fives to keep me to keep my attention span, and so counting like over five is like, wait a minute, did I just say this number, or did I say that number? So it's like my ADHD. I swing that, I catch something, then I'm like, wait, did I say six or did I say three? Well, did I say six or did I say eight? You know, I get that distracted, so I can't do long counting. Hey, Potato Master. So that's why I kind of stay away from um crocheting blankets and knitting on a needle blankets. I was I I see. I don't keep up with ounces either. Anybody else in the comment that can help her, let her make sure she's by getting a bargain for their yarn, because I don't keep up with like ounces. I just keep up with the amount of yards. Right. It is hard to count when you're doing crochet, and then like you could end up adding extra and all that stuff. So I just like working on here because that way I don't have to like keep up with how many pigs. I have to recount on here when I'm counting my pigs. I have to recount about 4 times. So yeah, I know that'll mean me if I'm recounting on crochet, I'm possibly frogging it. And on the knitting needles, stay. I just can't pay attention that long to help me. The knitting needles, I tend to drop stitches on there. So there's it. 236. Okay, so when I got mine the other day, it was marked down for Black Friday, which was it was like 10, and the skeins were 300 and something a skein. So I would say that would be um about uh, about 1,000 yards. So two times. That's how. Yeah. But then I got three for 300 and something. I don't know, Kelly, because I got three for 300 something skeins, and the original price was 13. And let's say I would have added another pack and 13, 13, 26. That'll be 20 about $27 for two orders of three skeins of 300 and something yards. So probably not. I've been doing this for about 10. I've been looming for about 10 years, but I've been making blankets for about 4. And it's mainly initially learning how to do the E stitch. You wrapping pegs and basically picking the stitch up over the stitch. Right now I'm doing a different stitch. Okay. Well, you can go to Kelly. You can go to try. Well, no, I don't know if I've ever seen it in Joann's, but it wouldn't hurt to try and see if it's there. Or look on Walmart. Walmart carries these too. And then they might be out of season for right now. Awesome. I hope you get one soon. Because they're fun and relaxing to work with. I can knit on the needles, yeah. I said I was gonna try and pick them back up in the next couple of months. But I really like I can only basic knit. Like I can do stockinette and garter stitch. That's about it. And purl stitch. Thank you, Brandon. And I think true knit stitch too, because true knit stitch is just like the opposite of purl stitch. So I can do that all on the needle, but anything extra special stitches, no. That's about it. And that's pretty much the same thing for this loom because I'm in looming because I haven't really been trying to pick up new stitches, but I got some goals I want to accomplish, so I'm gonna pick up some new stitches. Thank you, Brandon. Um, it's kind of hard to explain how you end it, but I got a video on my channel. It's like two different ones. One a short one and one like about 2 minutes or so long. But it's hard to explain how to end it. But you do a basic knit off and changing colors. You would change the colors as if you were starting a new blanket by doing a slip knot and just placing it on the peg and start back wrapping again from the area where you want to wrap from again. It's Bright Stripe by Red Heart. Now that sounds better, Kelly. Awesome, Brandon. My machine's about to get dusty because I ain't touched mine in months. No problem, Charlie. I haven't touched mine in months, and I was like, I probably should pick that back up. Y'all, I have about 10 minutes left. I missed the 15-minute mark. Okay, Charlie. If not, I'm here every Saturday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central. Oh, that's cool, Brandon. Awesome, awesome. Oh, okay, I got the Centro too. I got the Centro, the Addy King, and the I guess you say that the Addy regular or small. I don't really know what to say because it's half the amount of pegs. Hi, Luciana. And then I got a smaller Centro too, but I've never even opened the box to be honest. I love crocheting in my spare time too. I'm making a baby blanket. Oh, okay, it's added professional. Okay, added professional and added king. Got both of those. But I haven't like picked up a little knitting machine in a long time. And it's been months. So I'm usually crocheting something. I crochet most of the summer, and then now that it's starting to get cold, I'm in a mixture of cold. I'm in crochet and knitting. I crochet hats. I've done scarves. I've attempted to do pants. I'm working on a shrug. I do plushies, all types of plushies. I made a pit bull plushie before. This is something else I've done. Some I got it all put up, and it'll take me some time to pull this stuff out, cause I don't have the pit bull one anymore. But yeah, that's this one. I keep it on the table. This is something I have crocheted. I like doing keychains the most. Yeah, Luma hat. There's also I can't. It's another one, but I can't really think of the name because the name is kind of weird. But yeah, Luma hat is one. KB will do a few videos, but not a whole lot. And yeah. And when it comes to crochet, there's a whole lot of videos for crochet. Oh, you said regular knitting, my bad. I don't know about regular knitting. I've mostly, when I looked at regular knitting, I just looked up for beginner tutorials because I had only just started, and it was really on the two videos I go back to watch them again. Right? I've been trying to. It's hard to find lime green yarn. That I want to get back into, Brandon. I want to get back into making plushies on the loom. I've made bumblebees. I've made minions. I've made pumpkins. And I just want to get back to that because that's my favorite part of fiber arts is being able to make teddy bears and things. I'm 36, but yeah, yeah, Loom had great patterns. Thank you. I've gotten a couple other people that follow me are like I had one person one year older than you hanging out with me last weekend. We're just sitting here looming. Me too, and I really shouldn't do that though, cause it got me into some trouble 2 weeks ago. Thank you for subscribing. It got me into some trouble a few weeks ago. We were in Walmart. I wasn't supposed to be in the yarn aisle, but of course my husband, the enabler, takes me to the yarn aisle. And so while I'm just scrolling and looking, because I think we were only supposed to be in there for food. But while we're just scrolling and looking, I noticed their skin tone yarn in Walmart, and I had never seen them have skin tone yarn. I was like, oh, they got skin tone yarn. And he's like, I was like, okay, I need to go. Let's go somewhere else. And he's like, are you sure you want to pass it up because it might not be here when you get back? And I was like, really? So this is what you gonna tell me? I tried to leave the aisle, and you just made it worse and said it might not be here when you get here. So y'all, I threw about 12 skeins of yarn in the no, it's about no, that sounds about right. 12 skeins of yarn in the basket, and the yarn was like $4, $3 or $4. And so yeah, you like how could he? Thank you, Josephina. But yeah, how could you do that? Like you know I'm gonna have a hard time saying no to buying some yarn. And that's what he did. The other time I had did a curbside order at Michael's, or it was either Michael's or Joann's, either one. And I did a curbside order, and he was like, "You sure you don't want to go in the store?" I was like, "That was the point. Do a curbside order so I don't go in the store." And he kept saying, "Are you sure? You sure you don't want to go in the store?" So then we go in the store, and of course, I spot something on sale, or either he does. I can't remember who did. I spot something on sale, and it was that yarn that you need a 25 millimeter hook for, and it was like on sale. I think it was like 50% off, and I was just like, seriously. And I left out of there with about 4 or 5 skeins of it. I still ain't used it. It's been over a year. Oh, thank you for the stickers, Josephina. But yeah, I still haven't used that yarn. It's in my collection. I'm scared to use it because I'm like, if I use it, I only get one time to use it. And I still haven't found a good idea for it because it's pastel color, so you gotta use it just right. But y'all, this is my last row. I got this yarn from Amazon. It's Bright Stripe, or Walmart. I went in the store. I also got a skein of it. No, thank you to what? I don't even remember what I said. Oh, okay. No problem at all. Yeah. Uh-oh. Snag, snag. Yeah, after I finish these few stitches, I need to make sure I write down that I did 2 garter stitches, so I won't go over. Awesome. That sounds nice. A very bright cabbage patch doll. That sounds really cool. every time I look at this blanket, I feel different about the color vibe each time. So first, when I first started it, I was like, okay, very Halloweeny. So I worked on it during October, and then I started looking at it more, and I'm just like, ooh, it looks like a sunset. And then I looked at it even more. I said, ooh, it looks like a galaxy. And now that I'm looking at it even more, I'm like, ooh, it looks like some dragon, like a dragon scheme going on too, like dragon scales and stuff. So, oh, okay, got you, got, got you, Josephina. I feel so silly because I can't even remember. All right, that's the last stitch, y'all. So I'm going to let y'all see it where we are before I go. I don't really want to push the stitches down because this is going to be a whole row of purl stitch, and I like my stitches to remain at the top in order to like go back and work through it. I gotta flip it this way. Try not to knock my water over. But yeah, that's almost 3 feet. But I gotta go ahead and get off of here because I got church in the morning and I want to get up for church. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Monday we should be flipping this into video because I should be done with this by tomorrow. Thank you, Brandon. I got to, Josephina. Bye, love and kisses. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and look forward to seeing y'all next Saturday from 8 p.m. to 11 Central. Have a good one, y'all.